Hey guys, and welcome back for another episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie. So, last time I think was a little bit nutty. We had Rufus come and crash the party of the Independents and then absolutely battered Lloyd and party, and then near the end absolutely put Lloyd on his arse, and we don't know if he was breathing or anything. But now we've got the Ebon Defense Force that's taken over Crossbell, and they're using that as their base of operations to take over all of Ymir. So, obviously we can now not go any further. Must play for the routes in order to proceed. That was what I was saying originally anyway, that I wanted to make sure that I went in order. So, we're going to go into Reen's story now, and I hope it's just as crazy as Lloyd's. Let's go. Oh. Oh, who's he fighting here?
Is that all?
Yeah. No. I can fight! Kurt! I'm ready!
Pathetic.
Kurt!
Oh. What's going on here?
This doesn't make any sense.
At this rate...
Come on, we'll hide under the bridge. We need to get to Instructor Reen ASAP if we're going to figure out some way to help out Ash and Muse.
I agree. And we need to get out of this icy water before it saps any more of our strength. That should be our top priority.
I hope you don't think I can't see you down there.
Oh crap.
Is anywhere safe from her?
No one escapes the icy maiden when she's this serious, I fear.
I can't believe this is happening.
Getting their ass kicked. So, who's Ash and Muse fighting? Several hours before at 10 AM. Oh, do you up by Ymir? I think it is. Yeah, I was right. I'll take it.
Oh, what a gorgeous sight. So, this is where you grew up, Instructor?
What a wonderful place. It's so peaceful and calming.
I figured the snow would have all melted by this time of year.
Most of it has. This is just what's left over. You would have really seen some snow if we were here a month ago.
Oh, how lovely. It's nice to be honeymooning in a winter wonderland.
I owe this town much after all they did for me 2 years ago.
I think we owe you more than you owe us.
Oh yeah. You used Ymir as your base during the Civil War, right?
Yeah. She did a ton of work to improve our defenses and our communications network.
I suppose it's been 2 years for me as well. The last visit I recall was when I was tasked with abducting Princess Alphen and Instructor Reen's little sister.
It's, also been a while for you, Reen, hasn't it? Why don't we start by letting your parents know that we're here?
That sounds good to me. I want to introduce all my students to them.
It's going to feel a little strange meeting our instructors' parents.
Yeah. I'm feeling kinda nervous all of a sudden.
I, for one, can hardly wait to say hello to my future in-laws.
I've got a whole lot of stories to tell them about their little...
Please don't embarrass me in front of my family.
Have fun. Oh, sorry, I wasn't talking. You can tell she's been well trained. I didn't expect to find you helping out, Maple. You've gotten way better at welcoming guests. Hehe, the Phoenix Wings has trained me well, young Green. You're seeming a lot more grown up yourself, just not as much as me. And suddenly, all pretenses of professionalism slip away. Now please, come this way. Baron and Lady Swarza await you in the study. Who's she? An old friend of mine who works at the Phoenix Wings. She's got a year on me and is determined to never let me forget it. You seem rather close, but looks to me like all friends, no benefits. I figured Swarza would have every chick in town fawning over him. I wouldn't have put it past him either, to be honest. Is that real what you think of me? Hehe, clearly nobody here would dare to get in Elise's can't speak! Elise's way. Here we go again. I'm starting to feel a little sorry for him. Heh, that makes two of us. Something wrong, young Green? Sorry, we're coming now. Here we go, voice acting.
Mom, Dad, I'm home.
Well, yeah, you don't say.
It's good to see you again, my son.
It's been a long half-year without you.
I'm sorry I haven't been able to visit as often as I'd like. Especially since it sounds like Elise has been too busy to come home as well. She's asked me to give you both her regards.
Well, I'm sure St. Estria's student council is keeping her plenty busy.
I just hope she doesn't work herself sick.
I'm sure she's just fine. The younger students all seem to adore her, and she has Her Highness there if she's ever in need of a friend to talk to. I've also been keeping an eye out to make sure no insects start buzzing around her.
Are you now?
That overprotectiveness may create more trouble than it prevents.
Poor Elise.
Oh. Elise. Elisa. Elise's? Meh. Cut next.
It's a pleasure to see you both again, Lord and Lady Schwarzer.
The same to you, Major Revelt. It's not hard to imagine that the RMP must be exceptionally busy at the moment. I hope your time here will help ease some of your weariness.
Thank you, Your Lordship.
Oh, and these must be your students.
Yes.
That's right.
My name is Kurt Vander. I have learned much under Instructor Reen's exemplary tutelage.
You would be one of the rare practitioners of the Vander School's dual blade style. I've heard that despite how capable you are, you're not one to rest on your laurels. Humble, too. Unusual and admirable qualities in someone of your age.
I am honored you would speak of me that way, but I'm afraid you overestimate me.
Oh, I don't think so.
Name's Ash Carbide. If you've heard it, chances are it's because your son was complaining about what a pain in the ass I am.
On the contrary, I've heard there's much more to you than that prickly exterior of yours. Reen's told me that deep down, you're a very smart, considerate young man who your fellow students depend on.
The hell? You want to watch what bullcrap you're feeding your folks about me, Schwarzer?
Sorry, you're just stuck being a big old softy.
The denial is what makes him oh so lovable. I I am Muse Egret. It's a pleasure. I owe much to both of your children.
Ah, I've heard much about you. It can't be easy to shoulder so much responsibility at such a young age.
Not at all. Instructor Reen's love and support give me the strength necessary to overcome any obstacle.
Oh my. Love, you say?
Can't you spare me your harassment in front of them?
I
Us
see
men.
that Elise wasn't exaggerating. You are quite the character. I'm glad that she and Reen have someone like you to come to when they need it.
Think nothing of it. That's what family does.
Doesn't miss a beat, does she?
She certainly does not.
My name is Una Crawford. It's a pleasure to meet you. I found myself in Instructor Reen's debt before even enrolling at the academy, and I've constantly been in it since. But I've been trying to learn as much as I can from him so that one day I can be a source of strength to others just like him.
Oh, you're the young lady from Crossbell. What a commendable spirit you have.
I agree. You seem every bit the earnest, cheerful young woman Reen told us you were.
What else did he say about me?
He told us, you never give up even when all seems lost, and act like a shining beacon of light to those around you. It seems he really depends on you.
That's really flattering to hear, but also really embarrassing to hear in front of my classmates.
You're not the only one going red.
How are you not completely desensitized to the things you say by now?
I feel a little jealous, truth be told.
Anyway, I've had my turn now. Last up is you.
Altina Orion.
You okay, Allie?
I'm the one who abducted Elise and the princess during the Northern Jaeger's attack on Ymir 2 years ago.
Altina.
I know I have no right to even be here after the harm my actions caused you. But since I have this opportunity, I am so terribly sorry for what I did.
That must really have been eating away at her.
Please, raise your head. You were but a child following orders, and you did nothing to harm either of them. You need not feel any guilt for your actions.
Still,
There's something I would like to say to you as well. Thank you, Altina.
or what?
I hear you were always at Reen's side during the year he was fulfilling the government's demands after the Civil War. I'm truly grateful he had you to support him.
I was just following orders then, too.
Even so.
Besides, you're not here today because you were ordered to be, are you?
That's true. I'm part of Class 7 because I chose to be and want to be.
Aw.
Our class wouldn't be the same without you.
Then you have no reason not to feel completely welcome here. You're a lucky man to have so many wonderful students, Reen.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Well, I think that's enough talking for now. Let's say you owed some lunch. You've had a long journey, you must all be starving. Now that you mention it, that's true, we did set off rather early. Thank you for your kindness. I can't wait to sample the culinary delights of our instructor's home. I'll have everything ready as soon as I can. I gathered some excellent... oh wait, was it his father they were fighting? I've had some excellent pheasant meat during my morning hunt. You're going to love it. You went out hunting first thing in the morning? Someone must have been fired up. Your parents are such wonderful people. Ha, tell me about it. Was it his daddy who was fighting then just before? I wonder. Ah, that was delicious. I knew the meat would be fresh, but your garden-raised vegetables were delicious as well, Lady Swarza. That meal was the perfect balance of rustic and flavourful. And they weren't being stingy about the portions either. I've never tasted a wild strawberry tart as fine as that. The tea afterwards was first rate too. I actually think I might have eaten a bit too much. I'm happy we could satisfy you all. Either way, we'll get out of your way now. But if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to call on us. Thank you. So Major, now that I have a chance to ask, there's one thing I've been wondering. Why exactly did you call us here? All Principal Aurelia told us is that we're here for a special assignment. Whatever it is, it clearly concerns the RMP too. I understand your curiosity, and naturally there's a good reason why you are the only class here. However, I'm afraid it's not my place to elaborate, so someone else will be telling us. Regardless, it'll be a while longer before everything is ready. You haven't been here. You haven't been home for 6 months, Reen. So why don't you take the chance to walk around Ymir while you wait? Imagine the rest of you would enjoy the opportunity to take in the sights too. Huh? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Most of you have never been here before, so how about I show you all around? I must admit, that is rather tempting. But in short, it's rare you are afforded the chance to come back here. There must be things you want to do without us. Yeah, we can show ourselves around, no problem. It's not like we're babies, you know. We'll be alright on our own. Well, if you insist. I appreciate the sentiment, but it kind of stings to be shut down like that. But I guess I'll do what they say and go see how everyone in Ymir is doing. Excuse me. Choosing Reen's bonds. Oh, we get to still do the bonds. Reen, the protagonist of Trails of Cold Steel games, has formed bonds with many of those he met on his adventures. By carrying over Trails of Cold Steel 4 clear data, it is possible to carry those bonds over. But players who do not have clear data can choose which bonds Reen formed here. Oh, okay. Ooh. Choose which character Reen formed a special bond with. Laura. Now choose which character Reen reached the maximum bond level with. You can choose as many characters as you wish. Choose which characters Reen's formed a bond with. The character you choose here will receive bonus link experience. Can I choose all of them? No. I won't do that, so... Bro. The bromance, you know? Fee. Elliot. And I want to say that, and Ash. That should... Oh, Sarah as well, actually. Yeah, I didn't really do anyone else. Didn't really care for anyone else. Just them. Really special someone gained link experience. It's so good to be back home. It's just a shame we won't be able to walk around here, just the two of us. I have a feeling Laura would love this place and think of training opportunities someday. Yeah. If you want to know my reason behind picking Laura, then ask away in the chat, in the comments, sorry, and I'll let you know. I did not read that part, my bad. I looked at it while talking and just didn't say anything. And I've already forgot what it said. Alright, there you go.
Nothing says I'm home quite like the clean taste of Ymir's air.
Ooh.
There's the footbath. Sounds like just the thing after having such a hearty meal.
Let's go. Enjoying the footbath, you two? We certainly are. Must be wonderful having a place like this in the middle of your village. It's one of Ymir's biggest selling points, to be sure. If you don't mind, I might join you. Ah, this really warms you up. It truly does. I can feel all my fatigue just fading away too. It's strange how effective it is, given how little of your body is actually inside of it. So what were the two of you talking about before I came over? You actually, me. Specifically, we were talking about that power of yours. The curse's influence completely disappeared as a result of the final rivalry, but your specific power still remains, correct? Yeah, the seed that originally gave it to me is gone, but the power itself has developed to the point where it's essentially its own thing now. Oh, but there's no need to worry, I've got it largely under control now. Largely implies that there's still a possibility you may lose control of it. I can't deny that, but I'm devoting myself to making sure it doesn't happen. It isn't that we don't trust you, we simply don't trust your unfortunate habit of choosing to sacrifice yourself at the drop of a hat. I heard that the first time you lost control of your power was here in Ymir, because you were trying to protect Elise, I can't pronounce the name, Elise, from a ferocious monster on the path behind the village. Found out about that, huh? Still, I'm afraid that's just who I am. I can't promise that I won't endanger myself to those I care about again, and Elise isn't the only one that's true for. Your perspective is logical in theory, but those who make sacrifices don't understand just how painful they can be for those who they meant to protect. Especially when they leave you completely alone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Besides, she came back to me in the end, so I have plenty of time to punish her for what she did. Hehe. I'm sure you mean thank her for what she did. Incorrect. On an entirely dissimilar note, when will we be going on the date you promised me, instructor? What? Wait, what date? This is the first time I'm hearing of this. because I never promised anything like that. I can't believe you would simply forget. You agreed to it before our exams last month. Did we? It's almost time for the end of the term exams. It's been a wild year, but I want each of you to prepare properly so you can show off the results of all your hard work. You in particular, Muse. There's no need to hide your talents anymore. I want you to give us everything you've got. In structure, that's a tough ask. But if you promise to give me a reward, I might be able to make that happen. You really are a handful, but let's see. You've managed to take the #1 spot on the combined rankings with the main campus. I'll happily treat you to a meal. Oh, and did she get #1? I can't remember. Sure enough, she placed at the top of the rankings without breaking a sweat. Aiden must have been furious at placing second. Hehehe. What can I say? Love triumphs overall.
So, I did what I promised I would. Instructor, don't you think I deserve a word of praise for my accomplishments?
Can't argue with that. Your motives are worth a raised eyebrow, but you did really well. So, well done, Muse. I'm proud of you.
You have no idea how it makes me feel to hear you say that.
And I suppose a promise is a promise. When we're done hearing Ymir, I'll make time for us to go for a meal. Is that acceptable? Yay! I can hardly wait to spend a whole day with you and get dinner at the end. You are pretending to mishear me on purpose, aren't you? These exams were a small price to pay to go on a date with the man of my dreams. And can place you in any position you desire. Wait a minute. Wait, what? I can place in any position you desire. From the top all the way down to the bottom. Muse. This is meant to be a game acceptable for children, I think. And you're talking about going into positions. I will refrain from my comments because right now I am staring somewhere in particular. Yeah, right, let's continue. You can deliberately rank bottom. Well, luck would factor into that one, so I would have to say bottom 3 to be certain. It's like competing against someone by playing by entirely different rules. Coming in here has gotten rid of my... Oh wait, she was talking about ranking system in terms of the leaderboards. Okay, excuse me, I had a dirty mind. Coming in here has gotten rid of my physical fatigue, but my mental fatigue has really jumped up to take its place. I think I'm going to get out. What about you two? We'll stay here a little longer. We still have the issue of your obsession with your sister to discuss. Now I'm really leaving. Now, hold off. Right. Oh, someone over here. Oh, Una. Looking to grab a souvenir? Yeah, for my family. Oh, and for Jessica and Louise as well. This place sells all sorts of rare stuff. It kind of reminds me of Nayu, Sue, and Imports. They both carry Eastern goods, it's true. Since a lot of their stuff comes from the Republic, they were out of stock last year. Sorry, I was drinking. Went down wrong hole. Oh, that hurt my chest. But now things are finally back to normal. Well, that really it. Thank goodness, trade has recovered. Agreed. What is it, instructor? Nothing, just thought you'd be more on the edge today. You're surprisingly calm. I mean, today's the signing ceremony and crossbow, yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about it. There's part of me that wants to be home for such a monumental occasion. But I'd feel kind of left out if I was to be the only one who didn't come to Ymir. I belong with Class 7. Una. By the way, I heard something from Randy. He told me you had played a big part in Operation Liberate Crossbow last month. Oh, it wasn't that big a deal. I just helped Lloyd and the others a teeny bit. Hey, are you really okay with staying at the branch campus? It's the end of the school year, so you should have been able to transfer back to Crossbow like Randy. Heck, I bet they'd love to have you at the police academy again. So you want me gone then? Yes. I'm joking. No, I want you to stay. No, that's not what I want. What? No. I'm just messing with you. It's true that I regret not being able to properly graduate from the police academy, but right now, My time at the branch campus is even more important. I said it earlier, it's where I belong. I see.
And you know, I like being with you, instructor.
Why are they all flirting with Reen?
I didn't mean that in a weird way.
I know. There's still a lot I want to teach you, too.
Oh, I bet you do, Reen.
Good, because I'm all ears.
Anyway, everything I learned at Forge I'm sure to be useful in the future. Whether it's for myself or to help strengthen the relationships between Crossbow and the Empire. I'm going to be counseling you to teach me the good stuff, instructor. Oh, yeah. You have yourself a deal. Better get that brain of yours ready. Oh. Okay, you're talking brain. Well, if it isn't Reen, welcome back. Long time no see, Camilla. You look well. What's that? I look young and my complexion is perfect, you sweet talker. Haha, you really haven't changed. Oh, come on now, that's not true. I've been in rare item business lately. Speaking of which, have you heard about this? It's Lakewood's newest fishing gear. I ordered way too many sets, and then on top of that, they sent me new rods and parts as a bonus. Can I take them off my hands? Are you sure? Of course. I'm sure this stuff would be much better used in the hands of a knowledgeable fisherman like you. Nice. Whoa, this is a lot. Thank you so much. No need for thanks. I just like seeing you happy. I'll be running the shop as usual, so feel free to drop in whenever. Will do. Fishing, huh? Starting to warm up a little, so it's the perfect time to cast a line in the mountain stream. I'll just give it a whirl once I have some free time. Let's go speak to this guy. Lyo? Lord Reen, you're home, eh? How are things at the school? Really busy as we prepare for the new school year, but super fulfilling. How are things going here, Leo? Lyo, maybe? Same old. Do you see how my wife is, right? Are you going to be sticking around for long? I'll handle all your augment modifications and weapon upgrade needs. Thanks a lot. Oh, before I forget, have you heard about that Arcus 2 got an update? Yeah, the Rhineford group got in touch with us. Here, the slot's got a boost. Correct, you can strengthen them up to their 3rd stage now, allowing for insertion of even more powerful quartz. Actually, got a sample from the RF group. It's yours if you want to see how it works. After strengthening the slot with this Sepith, you should be able to plug in the quartz. Thank you for... No need for thanks. I'm just happy to see you again. Since you're home and all, make sure you get some R&R, of course. Right, strengthen that quartz there. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Wrong one. Right. We should find the next person. I don't know who we're fighting. I think it's his old man. Is this going to be Kurt? Yeah. The scenery here truly is spectacular. It sure is. I've lived here most of my life and I'm still not tired of it. It's just a shame it doesn't last all year once the snow's gone, that's it. Still, I'm sure it's just replaced by the equally unique beauty of another season. You're not wrong there. You're more than welcome to visit again in another season if you want to see. I'd like that very much. Did you once practice your swordsmanship here? Sort of. It's further up the mountain to be specific. Master Kei and I spent about a month living out in the wilderness while he trained me intensively. Interesting. I've heard the Arcade school does a similar thing. Perhaps it's an Eastern manner of training that the Arcades later adopted. It's true that the Eastern martial arts emphasise becoming one with nature, but I think in my case it was just because Master Kei believed it to be effective. Securing food to eat, place to sleep every day was hard enough, but sometimes he would even set monsters on me. Thinking back, I had to do some crazy stuff to make it through in one piece. And you're a glutton for punishment. I shudder to think of what you must have gone through. Ouch, is that how you see me? Haha, forgive me. I didn't mean for it to come across quite so rudely. Still, perhaps I should try training in the mountains myself. Apologise if I'm assuming wrongly here, but are you feeling frustrated with your progress? Oh no, I'm not. No, I suppose you're right. I'm happy to lend an ear if there's something you want to talk about. Alright then. This isn't a new concern of mine, but it's something I was reminded when we were introducing ourselves to your parents. Yuna and Altina have grown significantly since I first met them. And not just them, the same could be said for Ash, Musa and all the rest of the students at the academy. They've all matured significantly in the years since we all enrolled. But then there's me, I don't feel like I've grown all that much at all. I continue to train every day and I do feel as though I'm improving, I'm just a little frustrated by the pace. I think you only feel that way because you're more capable than most. What do you mean? In other words, you expect more of yourself than most people do. When you put your bar for success so high, it's only natural it's going to be harder to surpass it. That's just reality. But that makes it sound as if I've got barely any room for improvement. That's definitely not the case. It's going to be more difficult for you to make significant progress than before, but you've been overcoming that for a while. Last year you faced off against Prince Cedric and overcame many trials before that. But you weren't content to rest on your laurels. In the 6 months since, you've never stopped working to better yourself. I think you're the only one who can't see how much progress you've made. As your instructor, I know better than anyone just how much you've improved. So have confidence in yourself, Kurt. Thank you, instructor. Of course, don't take that as me telling you to be content with how you are and stop trying. Ha! I wouldn't dream of it. I have no intention of slowing my pace, at least not until I've surpassed you. Wow, sounds like I have good reason to keep bettering myself then. Well, I'm going to get going, but we have the Phoenix Wings to ourselves today. I recommend you take the chance to relax in the hot springs while you have it. That sounds wonderful. I must stay here a moment to collect my thoughts and then head over. Where's Ash? Oh, is that Ash there? It is. What are you up to over here, Ash? Nothing much, just wandering around. But man, there sure is a lot of snow left down this way. Well, we don't generally use this path, so there's no point in removing any of the snow that builds up here. It just stays until it melts. Guess it makes sense if you've got the cable car anyway. Something in mind? Kinda, a while back I heard someone talking about a sport you can basically only do on a snow mountain. Just can't remember the name. Snowboarding? That's the one. Heard something about using a special board to ride all the way down to the bottom of the mountain. I figured there's got to be enough snow here to do it right. Don't feel that you're so interested in snowboarding. That would be a real bad idea. Why are you going to tell me, oh Ash, most of the snow's already melted, you're going to die a horrible death or something? Well, screw that. Life's no fun without a bit of risk. To be fair, you did hit most of what I was going to say, but yeah, there's no chance I'll let you snowboard in this. Lame. If you really want to give snowboarding a try, you're more than welcome to come back here in the winter. I'll even teach you myself. Ha! I'll just pass you in no time flat. I'd like to see you try. Well, you know I'm at the top of the leaderboards for every course here. Man, when you get hooked on something, you really do get hooked, huh? But don't forget, I'm from Rockwell. I grew up gambling to put food on the table. There ain't a game I can't win. I'm not afraid to embarrass you on your own turf. Well, that sounds like a challenge to me. Can't wait to see who comes out on top. Just remember that you're not allowed to bet anything on the outcome unless we do it after you graduate. Bah, you and your damn rules. And who's going to be in here then? Ooh. Gerald. Wow, look who's back. Glad to see you're doing well, Green. Aha, likewise, you're in as good a mood as ever, Gerald. And I can see why. You've got quite a few customers for this time of year. Yeah, right after the war ended, hardly anyone was coming in. Looks like these things are finally getting back to normal. Since tensions between the neighbouring nations have calmed down a bit, we're getting even more guests than usual. Nothing beats times of peace. You've got that right. Now then, since you're here and all, how about I teach you one of my recipes? You mean one of your secret dishes? Are you sure about this, Gerald? Of course. You all use recipe books too, right? If you jot down one of my specials, you'll be able to prepare it whenever you want. Here, help yourself. A recipe for one of my specials and the ingredients to whip it up. Oh. The ingredients as well? Really? This is much too good, much too kind. I don't get to see you as often as I'd like, so let me at least do this much. I know you're keeping plenty busy out there, but take care of yourself and make sure you're eating right. Of course, I'll take that to heart. Yeah, we know about making food. Cheers. Yes, I know. What about it shows Lloyd down there, by the way?
I've gotten so used.
I believe it shows Lloyd. no. It was showing these. Right. I forgot what brings up the map here. Oh, there we go. It's that one.
Think
Okay,
I might take that advice I gave to Kurt and soak in the hot spring.
Yeah, here we go. Stop exploring the village and take a dip in the hot springs? Yeah, why not? Looks like someone got here before me. Maybe it's Kurt. Oh, wait, what? Ooh. Claire.
Major? I'm sorry. I wouldn't have come in if I'd known you were here.
Is that you, Reen? Why don't you come into the water? You must be cold standing there. We haven't had a chance to talk in quite some time.
True. We're long overdue for a talk. Well, if you're comfortable with it, then I'd love to.
Dad mentioned how the RMP must be really busy. How are you holding up? You aren't overworking yourself, are you? Thank you for your concern, but please put that worry out of your mind. My work sometimes comes with unexpected benefits like being able to visit the hot springs here, for instance. I suppose that is true. The RMP has been restructured and having its military capacity downsized at the same time, so I can't deny that I am busy. But that's been true for so many others right now, so I don't think I can have the right to complain. What do you mean by being restructured? Does this relate to how the RMP and the Intelligence Division don't answer directly to the government anymore? Yes, because of that, we aren't going to have the kind of freedom as we used to. But I believe that we'll still be able to protect the people of Erebania in a different way than the army, like before. I see. The RMP isn't being enrolled into the army though, right? Correct. Although that possibly was being considered at one point. In the end, it didn't happen thanks to part to General Van Dyke and Provisional Government Head Regents. It's not impossible that it could lead to a power struggle in the future, unfortunately. But I believe the Empire needs something with a chain of command separate from the army that can serve as a deterrent. To avoid power gathering in one place again, you mean? Exactly. Fours and its graduates, myself included, are expected to serve as another kind of deterrent as well. The reason being that the school's students and teachers alike exert influence in various fields, have all kinds of connections. I see. As someone charged with helping raise the next generation of 4 students, I suddenly feel even more pressure. As you should, we're all counting on you.
By the way, Reen,
Yes?
this feels very overdue, but I wanted to thank you.
What?
For what?
I got it.
For all you did during the rivalries. For all you did for Milliam, for facing me head on, and for granting His Excellency's true wish. Mere words feel woefully insufficient given all you've done. But I also didn't want my gratitude to go unspoken.
That's very kind, but you really didn't have to. I was just doing what I wanted to do.
That's about what I expected you'd say.
This might sound kind of sappy, but I feel like it was worth it all just to see you smile again.
You really are oblivious to how you sound sometimes. Jokes and thanks aside, there's something I wanted to ask you too.
What is it?
Are you truly happy right now, Reen?
Oh.
Of course I am. Busy, certainly. But I am happy.
Oh.
I still can't believe we made it through the Great Twilight. We even got Crow and Milliam back. I was hoping there was a way we wouldn't lose them, obviously. But deep down, I had already given up and braced for the inevitable. It wasn't without some goodbyes. But it's all over now. And I can still be with everyone I care about. Which includes you, of course. The joy I feel about that hasn't gone anywhere.
I'm glad to hear that. Still, there's a difference between being happy over something and you yourself being happy.
Yeah.
You went through a lot during the Great Twilight, including having to say farewell to your father. Despite living in fear you would disappear or lose your friends, you came out the other side with victory in hand. You, Reen, persevered to save us all. And I can believe that's made you happy, yes. As much as I can believe that happiness continues to cast a punishing shadow over you. Am I wrong?
I'm speechless.
Uh,
You really can see right through me. You're right. I'm still not sure how to handle the happiness I feel. I know it's there. I'm just not sure how to truly accept it. All the people who died on the first day of the war did so because I made the Great Twilight happen. Do I even deserve to be happy when they can't be? Or forgiven for what I did?
It may not be my place to say this, but I think you're the only one who can decide that.
I suppose you're right.
I know how you feel, because I'm in exactly the same position. You were concerned earlier that I might be overworking myself. For me, I'm just trying to atone for my sins by throwing myself into my work.
Major, that can't be good for...
Don't worry. I can calculate how far I can go as well as any number. I'm taking care not to cross the line into self-sacrifice. It's tempting, though. Every time I achieve something to make Erebonia's future better or see you and Milliam's smiling faces, I get a little closer to forgiving myself. It's not something I can do overnight. It's every moment I can justify forgiveness, no matter how small it is, that gets me one step closer. As long as I don't falter, I'm sure I'll be able to like myself again one day.
That's a mature way of going about it.
Far from it. I'm duplicitous to a fault.
I wonder if I
don't think my approach will work for you. You're much too sincere to go tricking yourself into feeling anything other than how you feel. I know it won't be easy for you. Just, I hope you can let yourself be happy.
Easier said than done, I'm afraid.
Maybe. But if you let it elude you forever, I'll always be one good deed short of being able to fully forgive myself.
What am I even supposed to say to that?
I did call myself duplicitous.
Oh, God. At any rate, you'll catch cold just standing around like that, you know. Why don't you the three of you come and join us in the water? I suspect we wouldn't be able to evade your notice. For what it's worth, I did feel kind of guilty listening in. We didn't hear all of your conversation though. Please don't worry on that account. Haha, it's on me for not watching what I said in a public place. Instructor Claire really is amazing. All I end up doing is letting our instructor listen to my poems. I couldn't possibly help with his. You okay, Yuna? Hehe, I expect she's thinking about how much she would like to wash your back. Much like I once did. As if I was thinking about... Wait, you did what now? How untoward of you both. Listen, you aren't going to deny the allegations, I see. Listen, there was a very good reason for what happened. After VII was taken to task for his past transgressions, Kurt and Ash came to join in everyone in the spring. The group then enjoyed a relaxing time together, letting the soothing waters melt their stresses away, if only for a moment. Ah, that felt amazing. I'm jealous you've had a place like this to call so close by all your life, instructor. Yeah, I get why he's addicted to hot springs now. I knew you'd all come to understand it in time. Well, if everyone is sufficiently rested, I think it's about time we departed. Are you all ready? You mean, here it comes. I take it you're finally going to enlighten us to why we're summoned here. We're getting out into the valley, I assume. Correct, please follow me. You will have all your answers soon enough. Party menu. Okay, yeah. Right, guys. So considering that we're going to be progressing into the story now, and it's more going to be fighting next episode, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll hopefully catch you around in the next episode. As always, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.